Okay, I'm going to do a conclusion on a GX4 pistol, Taurus's Micro 9. Took it out to the range and I tried to shoot it. The range was quite crowded, so there was a lot going on. I had 2 stoppages. I had some problems where I had to stop. And the reason is not the gun, it's the ammo. It's this cast bullet I made. I deliberately sized the bullets oversized, so it is problematic, especially if you have a real tight chamber. This ammo won't fit in the gun. It fits in the Lyman ammo checker, so the case in it is just a bullet, and the size sometimes doesn't get into the throats of a few guns. And that's what happened. Also, I had the stoppages there, but I had some factory ammo and things were going good, but then the front sight came loose. So let's look at the footage on the range. I'll give you my final thoughts on this. Alright, it's going to be difficult to shoot today, but we're out here after the Finger Low Creek. Let's see if it makes any sense. Yeah, one little fail to feed, but that's the ammunition, not the results really aren't that better. I don't know. I'm going to run some jacketed ammo through it next, and then we'll go see. Alright, I got some 115 grain jacketed ammo. We'll try. Cast bullets, well, not much of an improvement. Yeah, I'm going to say that rest does make a difference. Once I get used to it, get calmed down, the groups are getting smaller. Let's go take a look. Alright, the first group with the cast bullets kind of looks like it did before. But like I said, you got to kind of practice with this. Now you went with the jacketed factory ammo, and we were getting more in the black and the bullseye. But like I said again, okay, this isn't an easy gun to learn to shoot. But yes, them little pinky extensions help. they help a lot. I'm getting a better grip. It feels more comfortable. It's just a matter of burning up a few hundred rounds to get it close. So we'll run it again, a couple mags out of each, see if we can improve. Okay, I'm going to try to bang through 2 more mags of the cast bullet. And that is 147 grainer, so. Ah, it happened. The sight backed off and turned. Okay, so the front sight came loose. Alright, that kind of ends it here. Okay, got it back. I'm going to see if we can get through the rest of this without cutting our range section short. Okay. It is better. Gonna do 20 more rounds of the jacketed, see if we can get better, and call it a day. Alright, we're gonna have our second go with the jacketed ammo. See if we get any better. Well, even with our sight coming loose on us, yep, sight came loose again. So, don't have the proper wrench now. That's going to cut it loose. But we'll do a recap once we get back to the house. Okay, but as you can see, this is our first time with the 147 cast. This is the second, a lot better, tightened up. Just getting used to the gun. It's our first time with the jacketed, but then our sight come loose. So basically I just wasted some ammo, but as you see, there's a control. A little loose here, then as we get used to it we tightened up, and actually I was doing good. I was keeping them all in a small area, then the sight started flopping around. I just emptied the mag kind of guessing. But yes, if you practice, and that little pinky extension on the base plate helps an awful lot. Okay, as for my conclusions on this Taurus GX4 pistol. First thing is the finger rest. Did make a big difference, you know, for the $5 or whatever you pay plus shipping. It is worth it. Okay, I can now get a decent grip on this gun. Before I wasn't. It does make a difference, makes it easier to control, gives me more control over the weapon. Okay, now I've seen people without that be able to hold this gun like this. It all depends on the size of your hand. There's no one way to decide it until you pick the gun up and use it. Okay, now as far as functioning on this gun, 100%. I see no problem, and I've never had functioning problems with Taurus. Where I had the stoppages is I made this huge heavy cast bullet, and I deliberately sized this way oversized. This cartridge will not fit into some pistols. Now it drops down into the case checker, okay, but what happens is a bigger diameter of the bullet, and I did that so it wouldn't lead the barrel up. It does not fit in the throats of some guns. Okay, and this one kind of hung up every now and again. When it would catch and, you know, peel back a little, catch the bullet, and that's what was jamming it in there. But I knew that. The rest of the ammunition, fine, 100%. Okay. Now, the only downside to this is it will take, you know, like I got to get 60, 80 rounds through it before I start getting to where I'm consistently hitting a bullseye. It's a tough gun to manage. Take that into mind. If you're a beginner, or this is the first time you had the gun, or owned a handgun, I mean, this would be a difficult gun to learn to shoot well. And practice is imperative in operation in order to shoot. Another thing is, one place that I went and seen someone goes to guns that people are returning. This gun just has the trigger like a Glock safety. Just your trigger's your safety, that's it. There is no manual safety. There are a lot of people that do not like that. Okay, so my advice would be to get a G2 or G3 which has a manual safety on there. Some people just don't feel comfortable with it. Okay, and that's their choice. Me, it doesn't matter one way or the other. Okay, but some people don't like it. As for a gun to carry all the time, it's great. Oh, and the other big thing that happened I didn't like is when I was shooting it, the front sight come loose. Okay, come loose, started moving around, turned sideways. All right, there's a screw that runs through it, and you can get to that with a 5/64 Allen wrench. I just pulled it out, cleaned it all off with acetone, put a little red Loctite on the screw, screwed it back in there, tightened it down, and you know, now after this dries overnight, it'll be fine. And if you have to remove it or want to change it, just remember to put either acetone or nail polish, which has acetone in it, and it'll loosen it up and you can get the sight off. Okay, that was the only thing that happened. It's a minor problem. Okay, it can be easily fixed. All right. As for the other things people said about the trigger hanging and the malfunctioning and all the other stuff, okay, I don't see it. You know, it's out there, but the thing is, this gun does come with a lifetime warranty. Okay, and if your gun's doing that, send it the hell back. Okay, don't make a 20-minute video conjuring up this weird stuff. Or the one guy with the giant hand crushed the trigger. He might have broke the trigger for all I know. You don't know. But that's kind of my conclusion on it. Micro pistols, personally, I don't like them. Okay? Yeah, they're small, they're light. There's nothing mechanically wrong with the gun or the size or what it is. It's just that people have this, they want a lightweight concealable gun to carry all the time on their person. Which there are plenty of 380s that do that and aren't going to overtax you or anything. And I believe a smaller 380 auto would be better than this, even if it's 6 or 7 shots, okay? Because realistically, you know, I don't know why it's a fad, but everybody wants, it is America. Everybody wants higher magazine capacity, more power, smaller package, okay? And the 9mm is probably the most popular handgun caliber in the world. And actually, when you do get to these little bitty pistols, it's more controllable than, say, a 40 or, like I remember seeing micro 45s when they first come out years ago. You don't really see much of them anymore, do you? Okay, it goes to tell you something. And again, it's popular. Everybody wants to try to compact, lightweight, concealable size with the most power you can get. Okay? And there are some videos out there where people advise you against getting it and give you all the reasons why. Personally, I would carry a 380 or something a bit smaller than this, more controllable, and I knew it functioned, and I knew when I pointed it out of the blue, whatever, I got enough control, there's not enough blast, so that when I pointed it, I knew I would hit without having to go through my mind about grabbing pressure and this and that. A more controllable weapon, because you still have to hit your target. Even if you hit it with a lighter, smaller bullet, you still got to hit it. Okay? But other than that, if this is your thing and a micro 9 is what you need, probably this is the best buy. Okay? If you want to go a little more money for a little bit better quality in that, you'd go with the Ruger or something. Or if you got deep pockets, go with the SIG. Okay, now I don't know, I'm not going to test them, I'm not going to run them, but this, for under $400, this is more than adequate. Okay, you know, with a Ruger, you're looking at $500, a little over $5 or around $5. Okay, so $100 difference, or $125. But you know, like I said, personally, I kind of don't like this class of gun. I would go with a G2 or G3, a little bit bigger gun, because those I have no trouble. The control, you know, the quality's there, they function just as well. It's just a larger weapon, and it's heavier and less, you know, the bigger, heavier it is, harder it is to conceal. Alright, so that's it, guys. Hope you like this video. Stay tuned.